It's Madden NFL 23, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Bills and the Ravens, and it's coming up next.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. From the 10. And able to get this out to the 25. Time to see this wide-open Baltimore offense go to work, and leading them, pretty darn good one. Lamar Jackson out of Louisville.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Jackson, first play, going to throw. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Well, here come the Bills, and you don't have to look hard to find their 5th-year star QB, taken 7th overall back in 2018, Josh Allen.
Buffalo gave Allen the most guaranteed money in league history before the start of last season, and boy, did he justify it by playing at an elite level once again, taking the Bills to 11 wins and another division title. Along the way, he threw for over 4,400 yards again and ran for 760 with 42 total touchdowns for a top 5 offense. They were knocked down in overtime against Kansas City in the playoffs, and they will be one of the favorites to win the AFC this season. Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To the air, Allen. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer's defense.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. The number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line, and these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot, and they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. On 2nd and 7, Allen. This will be caught at about the 6. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Here's Allen to throw it. This is caught. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Well, only their first drive, Charles, but they talked to us about needing to convert on 3rd down, in particular not letting 3rd and short opportunities slip through their fingers. Well, they were successful right there.
It also tells you that they're successful on 1st and 2nd down as well to get to 3rd and manageable and make them able to pick up those first downs. Now here we are, 1st and goal. They've got to like what they're doing on this drive.
Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Singletary will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And they'll begin by running the option. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, Jackson will keep it. Ooh, the juke. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. From the gun, Jackson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins, and he'll be marked out right at the 20-yard line. The Ravens at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season, and they got off to the good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
And he's going to be marked down short of the 1st down, right around the 17. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, it's Allen. Flushed out right. Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. 1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. They'll come up now with a clock showing 3 seconds to go here in the 1st. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number one. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number two, as they've got it with a third down coming up. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Allen to throw once more. Crowder's got it over the middle.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Second down and 5.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. The Bills on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Now Allen going to give it to Moss.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And now they'll throw with Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Dawson Knox, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Bills are once again back in front. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
And that makes it 14-10. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
But Jackson going to hold on to it again.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Jackson looking to throw on third. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So here are the Bills to take over. They were winners over the Dolphins last week. They are on top right now as well as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Allen will try again on 2nd down. The left side caught by Diggs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Allen to Diggs there for a Buffalo first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Allen now on 1st down. This one caught by Crowder.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
First down catch there by Jamison Crowder, now in his 8th NFL season and his 3rd team, this time the Buffalo Bills. There are plenty of mouths to feed in the Buffalo offense, but a dependable slot guy like Crowder will always get his share of receptions.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Justin Houston. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
I don't know about you, but I'm the offensive line coach right now. I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks, yet they rank dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit?
Could be. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if they've just gotten fortunate along the way. I have no real great answer for it, but we're seeing something you don't often see.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there, it was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Now Jackson toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. To throw is Jackson.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
Yeah, this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender, but a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
Now it's Crowder. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Steps away to his left.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
The Bills on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And Diggs has it.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Again, they'll throw with Allen.
He's got the hook up with Diggs. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 38 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Pass on for the extra point.
It's good, and it's 21-10. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Drake.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of 2.
From the 27, Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. Only able to gain a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 3rd down, Jackson.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Buffalo set to get the football back here. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Allen. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Ravens' 45-yard line.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Allen. His throw incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Allen again. This one caught by Davis. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain an 11-point spread.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And a flag comes out as that is batted down and incomplete. But I think there was early contact. Let's check the call. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
Tucker's kick is good. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for Buffalo in that first half. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Going deep for Diggs. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
To me, the defense is a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half. A lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
He was brought down to the 26. A gain of 4 brings up 3rd.
Here's Jackson. He'll set up the screen to Drake.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Allen. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Ravens, they'll take over.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll go option to the short side. The quick feet by Jackson. Trucks over him. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. On second down, a run with Dobbins. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. Now it's Jackson. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 24-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. And how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained. And, in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ed Oliver able to get him for a loss of about 3.
Even after 3 seasons in the league, you can sense that there's room for a huge breakout by Ed Oliver. He has the potential to decimate the line of scrimmage and get to the quarterback from the interior.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here.
And Jackson going to run again.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
Well, he had success earlier in the drive keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He finds Bateman over the middle.
And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th.
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown.
A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Ravens have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. it's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player. Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for
chart.
1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this fourth quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bills ready to take over. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Here's Allen. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 10. Forced out to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken at the 23. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They'll start with the option. And he'll get this up to about the 40. He'll pick up 7 there on the 1st down keeper.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that, plus 3.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
And these guys certainly not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 34.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was onto it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
Now it's Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 21. A solid gain of 15 yards and the stakes move. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. On 2nd down, there's the option going left. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw He saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
From the gun, Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Ravens get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This one taken just inside the 10.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. Allen's throw here taken in by Knox.
From the 35 on second down. Allen eluding the... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Justin Houston in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100, and what has certainly been a terrific career to this point.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the Ravens taking the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
So the completion gets them just a yard. And 3rd and 8 now.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to kick it away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much.
On 1st down, Allen.
He'll find Gabriel Davis. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. To throw, it's Allen.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
To throw again on second down, Allen. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Allen. Now they go screen. It's complete. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
Throwing is Allen.
Being chased out left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs.
Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Allen. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with the offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown.
Reggie Gilliam, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
The Bills are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
Now Allen. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job 1 was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback.
And this is going to be intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it.
And the Bills are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And now we move our focus to Stephon Diggs. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Allen. And incomplete on the deep ball. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Allen. And that is incomplete. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Here's Jackson.
That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Jackson.
And this is going to be intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it.
And the Bills are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
So all eyes now on Tyler Bass. This from long, very long range. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Boy, that's a big-time letdown there. You work yourself in position to win the game, but the kick winds up no good. And now you've got to regroup as a team, get the energy back up, and get ready for overtime. And make sure you pump him up, too. He may be needed to try and win it again later.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. And that changes everything here in OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
From the 6. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
And now here come the Ravens.
And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. First throw in overtime now for Jackson.
Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
To win any route, you got to break down the defender. And that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
On first down, Drake. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
50 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone, all right? You don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. Jackson on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
no gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Open to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
And now we've got a review here. All challenges in overtime, of course, initiated by the replay official here in the stadium.
Play is under review.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. An option handoff here to Dobbins.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line.
Now an option play on 2nd down.
He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
That's a gain of 5.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They're going for it with Dobbins. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Another run here with Dobbins. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. But I know you with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to...
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. We needed extra time to decide this one. The rushing score and OT finishes it off, but all throughout, really just a great game to witness.
I agree, and the whole time we were watching and working on this game, I had it in the back of my head. We could get to overtime. Just the way this game went, the ebb and flow of it all, and then to get there and finish it, what I would call old school way, a running play, because in today's NFL, we throw the ball to ring the bell, don't we?
Not there, they ran it in. And again, just a great, great game that we bore witness to. So for the Ravens, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll have another home date next week as the Cincinnati Bengals come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers.